Let's talk about dream interpretation. These are the steps I have taken all along to interpret the dreams that God has given me. So the first step is, if I think it's from God, if it's vivid, I can't get it out of my head, I write it down ASAP, like as soon as possible, so that I don't forget details, because details are so important. You want to write every single detail down, whether color, whether sound, whether the type of person or whatever. So write down every single detail, leaving none out. The next step I take is I ask God, is this from you? If so, I need you to show me what it means, or what the message you're trying to convey to me. And then another question I ask, God, is this for my past that you want to heal or do something about? Is this my present? Is it for like today? Or is this for the future? Because God can use a dream to talk about any of the three, right? Past, present, or future. And then I go over my notes and I see if anything pops out at me. Like, I'm like, God, show me anything. And when things start to pop out, like a certain word that was said, or a sentence that was said, or a person, and it pops out at me as I read it, then I go, God, what does it mean? Like, start to show me. And from there, he kind of evolves the interpretation of the dream. It can start with one thing that pops out at me, or a couple things that are popping out at me. And so I just go back and ask God, show me anything, and have it pop out. Sometimes he gives like maybe one interpretation of one detail. Okay. And I write that down. So write the interpretation down as well. So whether it's like the whole dream he interprets for you, or one part of the dream. And sometimes it's for the future and I have no idea. And so I'm able to look back on these dreams from like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, even 20 years ago. There's dreams that still haven't happened. And so sometimes God is giving you dreams for the future. So don't be as discouraged if he doesn't give you anything in the moment. Just make sure you write it down. And then sometimes it's for another person. So it could be like God gives you a dream for another person. And then you go, God, do I share this with them? Is it just something that I pray about? Like, what is it for? And so sometimes he'll be like, yeah, I want you to tell the person. And most of the time you should probably interpret it for them, because he gave you the dream, he gave you the person, and then he can give you the interpretation. Sometimes like, nope, just give it to them. And so just be obedient when it comes to dreams, and write them down, because you're going to forget even if you're like, no, I'll never forget. Yeah, you will. You totally will. And I don't want you to get stuck on a detail. Sometimes like something means something for a lot of dreams, but doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. Like pregnancy, for instance, it can mean like new beginnings, or a new ministry, or a new job. It can also mean like really pregnancy, like the real deal. And so don't always think that one thing means the same thing for every dream. Keep asking God what it means. And so write down the dreams, ask God to show you, and then just wait on him. Just wait on him. So those are the steps that I use for interpreting dreams. If you have any questions, comment below and I will try to get back to you.